Okay, we're going to start with a quick warm-up. And if you've got a piece of tape that you want to put down on the floor, or if you've got your own blade, which you want to use as a little obstacle actually to step over, it's useful for this. So we're just going to step over the blade right, left, and then return right, left back to where we started. Okay, we're going to do that for 45 seconds, and then I'll count you down the last 5 seconds, starting now. And just concentrate on your breathing at this stage. So breathe in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Okay, about 15 seconds remaining. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. And just shake your legs out. There you go. Okay, now this time we're going to stand parallel to the blade. So Oksana facing me. There we go. We're going to stride over the blade with our right foot. So starting with your right. And then we do 3 in place. 2, 3, 4, back to where we started. So we're only striding out on the right. Right, 2, 3, 4, right, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to do that for 45 seconds, starting now. Just try to stay on the balls of your feet. The movements don't have to be big, actually. That's up to you. Okay, 15 seconds remaining. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, and just shake out your legs a little bit. If you have a drinks bottle, it could be useful to have a couple sips here actually and just keep yourself hydrated. Okay, if we stand on the opposite side of the blade but parallel to it, and so we're going to do the same exercise starting on the left foot. Okay, 45 seconds starting now. So it's left 2, 3, 4, left 2, 3, 4. And again, just focus on your breathing. So breathe in through your nose and then long exhale out of your mouth. 15 seconds remaining. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, shake out your legs. Very good. Okay, so we're going to do one more exercise which involves a little bit of jumping. We're going to do a straddle jump, meaning that we're going to jump forwards on our right foot, and the left leg will be trailing, so the blade will be between our feet, straddling our feet, and then we'll do the opposite with the left side, and then keep repeating back and forth. So you can either do this two kind of variations. If you want to push yourself a little bit, you jump every jump, so swapping right, left, left. Or if you want to take it a little bit easy, what you do is you pause on the jump and you hold, and then you jump again. So jump and pause, jump and pause. Okay? All right, so 45 seconds, starting now. And don't burn yourselves out. So if you need to, just pace yourselves a little bit, actually. Fifteen seconds remaining. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good job. Okay, so we're going to do a quick stretch here. And again, if you want to get yourself a quick drink of water, now's a good time to top up a little bit. Okay, all right, so we're going to stretch out our hamstring, starting with the right leg. You're going to just reach forwards with your heel, keeping that leg relatively straight. And we're going to bend from the waist as if we're going to touch our chin to our toe. And I just want you to hold that stretch just for about 5 counts, okay? Okay, then I want you to swap legs. Do the same with the left leg. So remember, left heel forwards, toe back, and then just reach forwards as if we're going to touch our chin to our own toe. Very good. If you're particularly tight, you can obviously repeat that exercise more on both legs if you need to. Okay, and so now we're going to stride forwards with the right foot, and the left heel is kind of down on the floor. So what we're trying to do is just to stretch out our calf muscle on the back leg. Okay, if you don't feel a stretch, just try leaning your upper body forwards. Don't put your head down, but just lean your chest forwards into the wall, for example. Okay, and then we do the same on the opposite side. So we start with the heel up on the trailing leg, and then gradually just sink it down, actually. You want to increase the stretch, just lean your chest forwards a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to do a little quad stretch for the front thigh. So we take same hand to same ankle. So in other words, left hand to left ankle. And first thing we do is we pull that leg back. Second thing you can do is you can kind of push your pelvis forward, your belly button forwards, to kind of create more of a bow shape or a D shape there, just to increase the stretch. Okay, and then we're going to do that on both legs, right and left. Okay, and just shake out your legs. Okay, so now we're going to just move our blade off to the side. And we're going to start with our heels together, actually, so that the heels are touching. So this would be like as if we were going to start to salute. Our heels would be together, let's say, okay, or like kind of an attention position. And from here, we're going to do 3 jumps in place, and then on the 4th, we're going to land on guard. So it's 1, 2, 3, on guard. And then repeat, 1, 2, 3, on guard. Okay, we're just going to repeat that now for 45 seconds, starting now. So this is an exercise you can do obviously with your arms as well. And if you've got a blade, actually you can incorporate the blade. And as you land in your on guard position, you can just take whatever defensive position. It could be C, stir cart, septime, octave. "15 seconds remaining. Three, two, one, and rest. Okay, and just shake out your legs. Good. Okay, next exercise, we're going to start in our on guard position. And just basically we're doing an appel, so like we're picking up that foot in place actually and making a little bit of noise. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to start with our back foot, and we're going to go back, front, back, and hold. And then we're going to repeat that again and finishing with a step forwards. So back, front, back, then back, foot, back, and step forwards. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, step forwards. Yeah. Now, when we run out of room here, we're going to repeat the exercise with steps back. And the way you do it with steps back is starting with the front foot, appel front, and then retreat. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, step back. Okay, so moving both directions. Okay, ready? 45 seconds starting now. Okay, 15 seconds remaining. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, and just stand up and shake out your legs a little bit. Okay, so we're just going to alternate now 2 small steps forwards, 2 small steps back. So these shouldn't be any longer than your foot length. And you can go, so depending on what kind of condition you're in, actually, if you want to make it a bit of a burn and go as fast as you possibly can, that's fine. Remember, you need to be able to pace yourself, though, a little bit, okay? All right, so remember, 2 steps forwards, 2 steps back, starting now. Feel free to incorporate your weapon arm here, actually, so it can be forwards and attack, or as if we're making a counterattack and then retreating away. 15 seconds remaining. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, shake out your legs. Great. So the purpose of this exercise is basically just to alternate kind of the rhythm and also the size of the steps. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do 1 small slow step forwards, followed by 2 quick steps. So it's a small slow one, and then 2 fast ones, then followed by a short step back and then a long step back. Make sure you push off your front leg to get the distance on the long step back. So 1 slow, 2 quick, going back, 1 short, 1 long. And they should equal about the same distance. Okay, 45 seconds, starting now. Fifteen seconds remaining. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, and shake out your legs a little bit. Great. Okay, so the next one are some lunging variations. The first one mostly for coordination here. And we're going to work it on the right and the left side. We'll show you basically on the right side first. So the default position is with your feet about shoulder width, and then you can hold, if you want to, hold a blade in your hand, and then we can incorporate the arms as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to lunge forwards on the right leg, but we're going to lift the heel of the back foot. Okay, so we're lunging forwards. Now we're going to lunge to the side, lunging laterally to the right. If you notice, both toes point the same direction. Then back to the default. The last one is a fencing lunge, so we keep the feet at right angles to one another and pointing towards our right, and then recover. Then we repeat on the left. So lunging forwards, laterally to the left, and make sure you turn to face to your left and keep the feet at right angles on the last one. Okay, so we just repeat that exercise, 45 seconds. This one, it's better that you go slow for 4. Okay, starting now. Yeah, good to focus on kind of holding that end position in the lunge, actually, and just kind of stressing your balance a little bit. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, and shake out your arms and your legs a little bit. Okay, we're going to put the blade on the floor, and if we put it in front of us and we come on guard perpendicular to the blade, so our front toes are pointing towards the blade. And then what we're going to do, actually, we're going to step in place. We're going to go right, left, right. Oh, sorry. Actually, starting with the back foot. There we go. So it would be, that's correct. Yeah. So the reason why we pointed that out is watch, because we want the weight in the heel of the back foot when you go to lunge. So actually, it should start with the back foot. So back, back, and lunge. If you're starting with your front foot, you can do, but just do 4 repetitions actually rather than 3. Okay? And lunge. There you go. Make sure when you lunge, we get the hand starting moving forward just a little bit before that front foot clears the floor. Okay, 45 seconds. Starting now. There you go. So if you're starting with your back foot, it's 1, 2, 3, lunge. Yeah, starting with the front foot, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and lunge. In each case, the weight's always in the back foot. That frees up the front foot so that heel can lunge forward there. Okay, 15 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, and just shake out your legs a little bit. Okay, great. All right, so we're going to do some exercises where we're hitting a target. Yeah, hopefully we'll put up a link or something to show you actually an easy way to create one. We have just created like a simple cushion on the chair actually with a fencing jacket or coach's jacket in front of it, okay? So, yeah, the glove is optional, but actually it can be kind of useful. And then we're going to come on guard actually so that we're extension distance away from the target. So when we talk about that extension distance, that hitting distance should be when we stretch out the arm, then there's just a slight bend to the blade when our hand is at like our shoulder height. Okay, so now we want to keep the point on the target, but go back on guard very slowly. So the point never comes away from the target. It always remains in contact. And then we do a quick extension and a slow back on guard, keeping the point touching the jacket. It never comes away. Okay, we're going to do that for 45 seconds. Starting now. So remember, quick extension, slow back on guard, keeping the point on the target. Yes, Oksana is just mentioning actually that when you extend, it's the tendency is for the muscles in the shoulder to get kind of tense or contracted. So just make sure you try to relax it when you have that extended position. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and rest. Nice. Great. Okay, so now we're going to do 5 full hits followed by 5 quick ones, actually. So the 5 full ones are nice and slow. 2, 3, 4, 5. And the quick ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we hold on the last one. Basically, those 5 quick ones are like little taps there, okay? All right, so we're going to do that for 45 seconds starting now. So 5 full extensions. 5 quick ones, and hold on the last one, and repeat. "15 seconds remaining. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, so now you can think of it like a ladder. So what we're doing is each time we make a hit, then we increase by 1 up to a maximum of 5. So we start with 1, then we do 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, and then we start back over at 1. Okay, so we're going to do that for 45 seconds starting now. So remember, going from 1 to 2 to 3, 4, and then 5, and holding on the 5th, and then repeat back at 1. "15 seconds remaining. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice. And if you need to, you can put your point kind of towards the floor and just shake out your wrist a little bit. Yeah, and just to loosen up the shoulder a little. Okay, so we're going to do a hit followed by a short, fast remise and a nice long retreat. So we make a hit, quick remise, and a long retreat back. And then we just get back to our starting position. So hit, remise, retreat. Okay, we're going to repeat that 45 seconds. Okay, starting now. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, so now we're just kind of focusing on the coordination between the hand and the feet. So we want to concentrate on the hands starting just before the step forwards and then finishing fully extended as we hit the target. And then as we step back, keeping the arm out just a little bit until we finish the step and bending the arm on guard. So we're just hitting with a step forward, then retreat, and back on guard. No remise. So just hit with a step forward and step back on guard, and just focus on that actually. So really, you can do this exercise slowly. Really focus on just the start of the hand. It doesn't have to be all the way straight before you start the step. So just start it moving forwards, finish the hit, and then kind of leave it out a little bit longer as you go back. Okay, 45 seconds, starting now. Okay, 15 seconds remaining. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, so we're going to combine the last two exercises. We're going to hit with a step forwards, followed by a short, fast remise and step back. Okay, relatively the same thing here. Actually, we're just adding in the extra remise. Okay, 45 seconds, starting now. So hit with a step forwards, quick remise, step back. Remember, if you go too deep on the step forwards, if there's too much bend in the blade, it's very difficult actually to make a fast remise because we have to bend the arm too much. So just try just the minimum bend in the blade on the step so that we can do a nice quick remise as we do the step back. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. And remember, if you need a sip of water, if you need to shake out your hand, that's all fine. Okay, so we're going to do some lunges here. In this case, we're going to lunge, recover with our parry, and then lunge with the riposte, and finally return back on guard. So we just make an attack, recover back, and then parry, and then lunge with the riposte, and finally back on guard and cease to finish up. You remember, you can take any parry here as well, so it doesn't have to be carte, it can be septime, octave, ceased, whatever you like. Okay, so 45 seconds starting now. So lunge, recover with a parry, riposte, recover back on guard and ceased. Fifteen seconds remaining. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Very good. Okay, so this time we're going to lunge. We're going to stay on the lunge and parry, and then we're going to do as if the attack has been parried and somebody's riposted. We're going to stay on the lunge and parry and counter riposte. Okay, so we're going to lunge and hold that lunge position. Imagine somebody's just done a parry, so we're going to parry their riposte, counter riposte from the lunge, and then recover back on guard and cease. And again, you can visualize any number of parries, whether you want to do carte or ceased or septime, whatever. Okay, 45 seconds starting now. And like with the remise, if the lunge is too deep, you'll find that it's very difficult, actually. It takes a lot of time to pull your point back to take the parry. So just the minimum on the lunge so we can do a quick parry riposte. It's useful to change the rhythm a little bit and kind of go slow on the attack and then fast on the parry riposte. 2, 3, so that there's acceleration when we do that last part. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, we're nearly there. The last exercise here, okay? So we're going to do we're going to repeat the previous exercise, but after the attack, we're going to make a remise before the parry. So you need to kind of visualize that somebody has parried your attack, and maybe they have either released the blade or they're making a compound or an indirect riposte, and we're going to sneak in a cheeky remise and then finish with a parry to make sure they don't hit us. So it goes lunge, remise, parry, riposte, and then recover. Okay, 45 seconds starting now. Okay, 15 seconds remaining. Just try to keep your shoulder relaxed and focus on your breathing, again, in through your nose, out through your mouth. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, if you put your weapon down somewhere, okay, and then Oksana's going to just take us through a quick cool down here, actually. So, and we repeat the movements on both the right and the left side, starting with just a lunge position. Okay, so it's a lunge position with the right side, and if you notice, you turn your chest forwards. So we're not pointing in the direction that we're doing our lunge, actually. It's a little bit different. Okay, right hand towards the floor. Reach up with your left hand, and then over your shoulder. Try to just hold these positions, and as they're not comfortable, focus on your breathing. Okay, now we recover, but if you notice, actually, we take the right hand, and we're reaching over and leaning backwards. And if you notice, the body, though, is staying facing forwards, so that we get, it's kind of as if we're doing a lateral bend to the side there. Okay, left hand on the floor, that's just for support. And now if you notice, we rotate to the ball of the foot and the heel is up. Okay, right arm reaches up and you want to look towards the ceiling.
1 second. Last one, knee on the floor.
And then make sure here, what we're doing, we're not just rounding our shoulders. You want to actually lean as if you're leaning from your tummy, actually, so your abdominals are engaged here, actually, when we lean forwards, okay? Okay, now we're repeating, and this time on the left side. So as if we're in our left lunge position. And if you notice the shoulders, they're pointing forwards, like or to the side, so that it's towards us. Reaching over with the left hand over the head. Sorry, right hand over the head. Okay, now the left. Right hand on the floor for support, and we're on the ball of the back foot, the heel is up. So when that left arm comes up, we just look in the same direction towards the ceiling.
Join your core.
Okay, so right knee on the floor, and here's where we straighten the left. Good, and relax actually, and nice. And this is a good time to get yourself rehydrated actually, and hopefully you'll catch Oksana and myself actually another time. Okay, thank you and bye.